Yeah, I was
Very
actually
different.
never allowed to celebrate Halloween growing up because my parents or my religion, they always they always told me it was like the devil's day and we don't do that. So growing up with my sister and all, like we used to always see other people trick or treat and we were never allowed to.
Damn, so you never been trick or treating?
I went like two times, I think, like two or three times when it was like the way later, like teenage years, when we're like
Like last
really
year.
for real. No, but it was like towards like almost adulthood, honestly. Like we went pretty late compared to like the rest of the kids that go pretty early on.
Right.
But yeah, like my parents never allowed us to remotely celebrate Halloween, anything. So, I mean, now I could do whatever the fuck I want though. You know what I mean?
So when you have kids, are you gonna celebrate Halloween with them and go trick or treating
Yeah,
with
I
them?
think it's so cool. I think it's so fun. Like do the whole pumpkin carving and trick or treat and dress up and watch spooky stuff. I think that's cool.
You just
Wait,
sound like a dad.
do kids want are they allowed to watch spooky stuff? Like they're not allowed to watch horror films, right?
I mean, they are. Just really depends on the kid. Me personally, when I would watch scary movies growing up, I needed to sleep with my mom.
Right. But like Disney Channel and stuff, they put out like Halloween stuff, right?
Yeah, the see those Halloween movies are cool, like Hocus Pocus.
Right, right. I mean, my girl's obsessed with that movie and I don't even remember watching it. So,
I
like
watched that movie so many times.
yeah, but there are classics out there made for kids, right?
Right, right.
So yeah, I think that's cool. I like the whole vibe, and plus it's like fall season too, which is like one of my favorite seasons, and I don't know, I just dig it. So I'll definitely celebrate it with my future kids one day.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I will too. I was able to celebrate Halloween. Not always. There it's weird because with my mom there was some years that she was just more religious and I wasn't allowed to celebrate and other years
I
she
know
was
that
less
always depends
religious.
on your parent. Yeah, my parents went through the same phase because there were times where they were more involved in church, and other times where they weren't, and they would be more lenient. But when they're really
Yeah.
involved in church, like that's when we would be the most strict. Like sometimes we couldn't even use because like Seventh Day Adventists, like they're not allowed to even like touch technology from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset, and like some people are pretty lenient with that, and but there's also there's other people that aren't. So sometimes my parents wouldn't even allow us to go on the computer, let
Yeah.
alone like watch TV.
I remember my first Halloween actually. I was 6 years old living in
I mean, you
Boston.
had Halloween at 5 years old. You just don't remember.
No, I was living in Brazil, so it's different. They don't trick or treat in Brazil. Maybe they do
But they
nowadays,
do
but
have
back in the
Halloween
days,
there.
yeah, they have Halloween, which is called. It's not even called Halloween. It's called like
Dia das Bruxas.
Day of the Witch. Yeah,
Yeah.
Day of the Witch. But they don't trick or treat. They could dress up and things like that, but they don't. There's no trick or treating at all. That's an American thing.
Right. So you're saying the
But
first time you went trick or treating?
yeah, I didn't even dress up. I was like super excited. I had like a neighbor, and we just went from like different houses and stuff. And a couple of houses was like, "No, you need a costume." And I was like,
No way.
"I did. I
So they
barely."
didn't give you
Yeah.
candy because you didn't have a costume?
Nope.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
They
that's
those
fucked up
people
too.
took that shit serious, huh?
They did. They definitely
Wow.
did. A young ass kid, bro. I barely understood English. I just knew how to say trick or treat.
I mean, you could have just put a blanket over you and just, pretending to be a ghost or something.
Right, right. Yeah, I don't know. Fun times though.
So, did you get a lot of candy? Or did you get a razor in your candy or something?
I don't even remember, honestly. I
Can you
got
imagine?
some
See,
candy
that's the
though.
one thing that I'm spooked out about because there's a lot of fucking psychopaths out there that put razor blades in fucking candy, and then that just like if that ever happened, bro, like I don't even know what the fuck I would do. And like, how
You
can you
wouldn't
even
even know
find
what
out?
house it came from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. How would you even find out? Maybe you have to take a picture, like every time you get candy from a neighbor, take a picture of the candy and take a picture of the house. I don't know. I'm sure there's systems for this though. But I would be so fucking like, bro, I would be so fucking mad if somebody did that to my kid. Oh
Yeah.
my god, bro.
Or
I
maybe
think that's
like what I
so
would.
fucked up. Like, how can
Of
you
course.
what pleasure do you get from hurting kids? It makes no sense to me how there's people like how people like that exist.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sick people in this world, bro. I don't get it either, but unfortunately, that's just the world we live in. You just made me think. Like, I almost feel like I would buy like a bunch of candy for my kid specifically, and then like at the end of his trick or treating, I'd be like, okay, if you
Throw that shit
trade
out.
me, if you trade me your candy, I'll give you all this candy, which is like double your candy.
Mm,
But at least I know it's safe because I bought it.
right. Yeah. You could do that. But maybe the neighbors will give, a variety of different candies and you're only going to have
Which
one type.
I'll find out what his favorite candy is. How's he gonna turn that down? You
Yeah.
know.
That's a good dad right there.